Well, I've got the new parts turned up to rebuild these forks. We've got new bushers, seals, plastic sleeve, got a new one of the new shuttle valve. There's a couple of the washers there which go on the top of the springs. New air rings and a couple of new circlips for the shuttle valves. And interesting thing about these sleeves, first of all, there is a thick end. That portion there, about that far along, is thicker than the rest of it. That shows up very well in there. You can see there's a little ridge in there. Apparently they go thick end down, so that would go on that way, thick end, that end. And just one other thing, look at the difference between the old ones. I mean, you can hardly determine where the thick part is in there. That has been compressed. That's what it should be like. So I know they're different colours, different plastics, but yeah, that's what all these wrinkly lines are. That's where it's been compressed down. Yeah, what a difference. So I've got all the parts ready to go. I think the first thing is to make the put these back together, the seal holders. So that'll be the first game. Yeah. I've got the right hand. Yeah, so I'll get these back together first. So I've got new O-rings to go in here, new oil seals, and all these other parts are just to be reused. Not actually in too bad a condition, really. We've got new ones, so might as well put them in. Might go in easy enough. Right, so that we have the seal. I think will be the next thing to get in. Right, make sure we get this the right way round. Right, so they go that way up. So the lip wants to be that way round. So the seal goes in this end, that way round. I wonder how easy that goes in. I'll just lube that up first, in case we forget to do it later. Just with a bit of fork oil. And see how easy this goes in. Probably needs something to press that in with. Right, there's no washer go under there or anything, is there? There's a washer on top of the bush. Seal. O-ring in the bottom. Yeah, so it's just the seal on the top here then. Right, I'll find something suitable to drift that in. Right, I did actually just use the press just to push those in. It does say in the workshop manual to coat the outside of the seal with jointing compound, but I can't see there being any need for that, and also that is referring to different slightly different fork seal holders, so, and there certainly wasn't any on the old ones, or no evidence of any on the old ones, any sort of jointing compound, so yeah, I'll just push that back in like that. Right, so that is in there. We then have this washer, that's that thicker washer on top of that seal, and this spring cup, I suppose you'd call it, sits on top of there. That's probably all got to fall out when I tip this over, and then in the bottom here goes this thinner ring, and actually probably should have put that in before putting the O-ring in. Might have been a good idea. Just whip that out again, that's not particularly tight in there. Yeah, it's a bit easier. Right, put that O-ring back in. Doesn't seem such a good fit as the other one. Yeah. Right, let's get a little bit of fork oil in there as well. A bit more in there, and that seal. That can now be slid up the stanchion. Right, let's start getting this together. Oil on there. And this. That. Now we'll need a top bush. Screws that way around. And sleeve with the thick end, this end. Well, that actually does, why one end is thicker, is that something to do with some compression? Does it block those holes up there, maybe? Yeah, I don't quite know what that is for. Now, bottom bush. Doesn't seem to be any orientation for that. Should easily quite a tight fit. I think I might wring that out a little bit. Feels a bit too tight on there. I think I'll take that off again and give that a little clean up on the inside. Yeah, these lower bushes are incredibly tight. I did just take some burrs off the edge, but it still weren't going on that easily, so I did just give it a little bit of gentle heat and it pretty much fell on there then. So that is on. Next thing will be shuttle valve. That's right, so I'll give that a bit of oil as well. That goes in there, and a circlip. I've got a new circlip. Let's go on the end. So these ones will be man enough. Does it go on that side or does it go the other side of the... Can't remember. Does that go on? Yeah, actually that must go on first and then the circlip. Yeah, would that be right? Yeah. Because that is what holds that. I'll give that a final tighten up in a minute. Just to hold that. Right. Yep, that's there. So I'll just tighten that, and that's basically ready to go back in the fork leg. And I'll just do that one as well. Forks are back together. They're getting ready to fit them. The only thing I did do was the O-rings, the new O-rings weren't the right size. They were just too, they weren't big enough OD, and they were just kind of getting wedged up when you're trying to tighten up the seal holders. So I actually put the old ones back in, which were actually perfectly okay anyway, really. So yeah, it just seems to be the new parts weren't exactly the right size. Yeah, and what's the other thing? Oh yeah, these I didn't have these. I don't have either of these actually. I managed to get some new steel washers, and just managed to find an old bit of rubber to cut a couple of them out. Let's go in there. And the other thing I'm going to do is make a draw tool to pull the forks in. Neither of these threads are particularly good on these top nuts, so I think I'll just use one of them to make a draw tool with, as I've done with the B31. Unfortunately these are a different thread to that. These are 28 TPI. I think the B31 are either 24 or 26. Yeah, a bit coarser thread than these. So I'm gonna gash one of these and make a little draw tool to pull the forks in with. So there's my draw tool made. Quite simple really. I can unthread it from there, one-handed. Maybe not. There we are. Yeah, so that's basically the end of wherever the other one is. That's basically the end of one of them, just turned down. I suppose I could have turned one, cut some threads, but these aren't that great anyway, so might as well put them to good use. Yeah, so I can get on and pull these in now. That's that steel washer and rubber washer. I guess all that really does is stop from spring from impacting too much on there. I guess that's all that's for. Right, so now let's this up here. Oh, put that on first. I say put that on first. That won't feel like a particularly good fit. Let's put that down there. Right, let's have another go. So you can see where this comes in handy, because you can push it right the way through. Just need to hold that there because I get some grease on the spring. Stop that from rotting any more than it already is. Right, so go. Need the other part, which is on this one. Use this to draw that up. There should be rubber on top of there. And the B31 does. I'll have to check that. Tighten it up, so I guess we're getting somewhere near. Right, that feels like that's there. So all I need to do now is put the pinch bolt in, and I can just unscrew that and take that off. Forks are in. Yeah, like I say, I just need some new top nuts and some washers. I don't think there was any washers on there when I got it. These gate, especially that one, gaiters aren't that great. Whether I can just get a clip around them for now, Jubilee clip or something, but they're going to be a bit. This one ain't so bad, but this one is really loose. Yeah, don't know whether they're the right ones or they just got a bit stretched. But what you have to do for now. And yeah, the other thing you might be wondering, no headlight brackets. A clue as to where we're going with this. Also, an extra long bolt on the front of the engine. Got the old one down here somewhere. Here, that's the original one. Let's see, this one is a little bit longer. In fact, I did have to actually make that one because couldn't find one online. Yes, longer than standard, and there's a good reason for that.